Yo, how's it going, guys? It is Blake here, bringing you guys another Game and Talk video. Yes, about to rant some more. It's what I do best. I love just ranting about absolutely nothing. Well, not absolutely nothing. I think today, if you're into first-person shooter games, hopefully you can enjoy the topic. We're gonna be talking about kind of the rise of first-person shooter games, especially FPS console games um, that are coming out this year, and kind of the impact that they're going to have on the overall FPS eSports community. This is something that I've been thinking about for a pretty long time, especially, I don't know, especially, I would probably say ever since we started getting the release dates for Black Ops 3 and Halo 5, and even with the reveal of Gears of War Ultimate, or originally I thought it was going to be called, what did I thought? I thought it was going to be called Marcus Phoenix Collection. I thought it was being Gears 1 through 3. But, ended up being just the first title. But anyway, those are kind of be the main three games that I'm going to be talking about today. So, yeah, let's just start off with Black Ops 3. So I did make a video on Black Ops 3 a little while back, kind of touching on the kind of touching on the things that I expect to happen when within the competitive COD community when the game releases, things that I'm hoping to happen, etc., etc. But I mean, now that we know that Sony basically has the the exclusivity deal, or whatever you want to call it, for Call of Duty as of now. I've been just basically trying to think, like, how much is this actually going to impact the competitive Call of Duty community. Now, within the U.S., since I want to say that's where the COD community is most prominent, it's really a U.S. esport. I mean, yes, Europe does have some teams here and there, but I would definitely say it's not as big in Europe as it is here. So this is really, as a matter of fact, all three of these games that we're talking about today, Call of Duty included, these are basically U.S. esports games. But I mean, even as a U.S. esport game, I think the impact, if it's negative or positive, it's going to be a pretty big impact either way, considering the fact that the community is pretty small compared to, I don't know, StarCraft or Hearthstone or something like that. Anything that takes place within the community it's going to put a pretty large imprint, considering the fact that it's pretty small as a whole. I mean, when you compare it to other games out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, sweet, we have our own stuff. We have football. Call of Duty's like our football video games, our football of esports. I don't know. It's probably a terrible comparison. Anyway, so even with the release of Black Ops 3, I know a lot of people are pretty confident that Treyarch is going to do pretty well with this next Call of Duty. I would have to agree. They did an amazing job on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. And like I said in my previous video, I feel like they kind of set the foundation stones for competitive Call of Duty as a whole. I mean, a lot of people would argue that Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2 were the best COD games. And while those were probably, I would say, the most popular, I guess, at the time, I still do not think that they were very suitable for competitive play. And I personally, to be very honest with you, as far as I know, I do not think competitive Call of Duty really took off until Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 released. I think those were the games that really helped push the competitive Call of Duty scene quite a bit. And I think that's where things really kind of skyrocketed. And now we're just kind of going up from there, despite the fact with people saying all the time that Call of Duty is dying. No, that's not the case. The game is not dying. You're just getting tired of it, just like me, but the game is definitely not dying. But anyway, personally, as far as what I hope Black Ops 3 brings, I really, like I said in the last video, I really hope they do, kind of keep on going with the whole customization thing. And this doesn't really relate too much to esports. This is just in general, multiplayer stuff in general. I love how Counter-Strike has the whole customization thing going on. I think that's really awesome. If we're gonna talk esports, I mean, it would be sick if we got like team skins on our guns with team logos and stuff like that. That would be freaking awesome. I think this is stuff that Treyarch can definitely include in Black Ops 3, and hopefully fans are asking for this stuff too, because I mean, if people aren't asking for it, odds are they're gonna be like, oh, forget about it, or they may even make it so we'll have to pay for these sort of things. Kind of like how you either pay for the denial esports exo on Advanced Warfare, or you get it in a drop. But it'd be pretty cool if like we can get a lot of these team skins, or even make our own, or but get them in drops or make our own stuff like that. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on trucking along here. I don't want to spend too much time talking about Call or Black Ops 3 because we kind of already know what to expect as far as esports goes. I'm sure things are gonna take off a lot more than with Advanced Warfare. I know MLG is probably gonna be back in the game a lot more. I think the community will eventually get over the fact that we're more than likely going to switch to PlayStation 4 because of the whole Sony exclusivity deal. I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. PlayStation 4 is selling like hotcakes still, and, it's pretty much the most prominent system right now. Anyway, Halo 5. So, onto Halo 5. I mean, okay, I'm going to try to go through this quickly because I don't have that much time. And Halo's a pretty big topic. So with Halo 5, it seems like 343 is really trying to bring back the esports core of Halo. Now, they did a pretty good job with Halo Master Chief Collection, aside from the fact that the game was pretty much broken all the way up until, I don't know, middle of this year. Probably, I would say May or June. The game was pretty much busted. It still has some bugs here and there. It's really nice to see Halo 2 back, like, within the esports scene in general. It's really good to see, old Halo players playing the game again, like ex-Halo players, commentating events, stuff like that. It's really awesome to see, and I feel like it's almost like, in a way, Halo 2 Anniversary is like the revival of Halo. Now, we'll be getting Halo 5 later in October, which is pretty freaking awesome, but I'm really skeptical to see. I'm really skeptical about the game actually succeeding as an esport. The game it looks so much like Halo 4 multiplayer wise that I feel like if people didn't like Halo 4, if Halo 4 did not take off, I feel like Halo 5 won't take off either. But I really hope we kind of get this buildup of two communities, a set of communities that want a community that wants to stick with Halo 2 Anniversary, and then a community that wants to stick with Halo 5. Now, the first thing I think of is the Smash 4 community and the Melee community within the Smash Bros. Community. I think these two titles definitely can coexist definitely can coexist within the competitive gaming community only due to the fact that both titles are on Xbox One. If one was on the Xbox 360 and the one was on the Xbox One, I feel like we would be forced to make the switch over to Halo 5 in order to have 343's support within events. But I think since they're both on the Xbox One, I think if the Halo community want to have events for both games or both games at a single event, I think it would definitely be possible due to the fact that both titles are on the Xbox One. So I think both titles definitely can coexist. Will that opportunity come up? Will we actually see that? I feel like we probably won't. And this is mainly due to the fact because of the slow launch Halo, the Master Chief Collection had, just because it was so buggy. A lot of people have just stopped. Some people have lost interest. Most people don't even know that the game is pretty much fixed by now. So I feel like a lot of people are just gonna move on to Halo 5, gonna try to completely wash the bad taste of Master Chief Collection out their mouth, and I feel like, basically just in general, Halo 5 is kind of what we're gonna be seeing most of. Now, the last thing I wanted to touch on is Gears of War. We got the official announcement for Gears of War Ultimate at E3 last month, and okay, the game's gonna have LAN, the game's gonna be on Xbox One and PC. And from the looks of things, they're really focusing on really making the multiplayer as best it possibly be. 1080p, 60 frames per second. They've got the whole skins thing going on. It's looking like competitive Gears of War is going to be back. Now, I don't know if you guys have followed MLG like before 2011, 2010, but Call of Duty, Halo, and Gears are basically like the big console shooters. And yes, Gears of War is not a first-person shooter. Yes, I get it. People can stop telling me that. But I basically consider it like a brother to Halo 5 and Call of Duty due to the fact that it is like it's a part of the big three. Now, do I think that the esports scene for this game is going to come back up again? Well, I think that's completely up to the players, a lot of the popular players within the community. I mean, the game really did have a chance to succeed during Gears of War 3, but it came back for a little bit, but the community just kind of fell back down. And then once Gears of War Judgment came out, that was just kind of like, it was absolutely terrible. So people just didn't even bother really to kind of build a competitive scene for the game. But I think with Gears of War Ultimate and Gears 4, I think we definitely have a really good chance that Gears of War is going to be back in the spotlight as far as esports goes, and I really hope it does work out. You know, the game Gears of War Ultimate, that is, launches on Xbox One next month, and it's going to be coming out on PC probably later in the year, possibly 2016. So that's definitely going to be something to look forward to. Now, I'm really hoping the best for all these games. I really hope everything turns out perfect as far as the competitive scene goes. I'm just really hoping for the best. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to end the rant now, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you want, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. Until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out. Have a good one.